Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Money Making Marlo. You know what I'm saying? I got a special guest with me. Niggas been making noise. You know what I'm saying? Who are you, bro? Who are you?
What it do? It's your boy Munashe. Repping the West Side, man. You know what it is. What's up, Marlo?
West Side of E-Town. Okay, first things first. How you feeling, bro? What's going on?
Man, I've been doing good, man. Life's been good. Living life, making music, doing the same old.
Okay.
You know, working and all that. You know what it is.
How's work? How's your week been so far?
This week specifically, I've been pushing My World. I don't know if you've been seeing my IG recently, but got a new single coming out. You know, I've been working on that. Probably a video coming out too. But this week's been packed, man. I've been busy, G. You know what it is. Now I'm here. What is it, Wednesday today?
I think, yeah, it's Wednesday
today. Now I'm here with you doing that thing, bro.
Yes, sir. Okay, so getting to the questions now. Going into 2021, when this year was just starting, what was some of the goals you had coming into this year? And to the point we at right now, have you passed it? Have you reached it? Or have you not gone to your goals yet?
This year has been interesting, you know, obviously because of COVID and all that. Definitely had some goals. Started music this year. Also, I'm not sure if you knew, but I actually started doing music in March.
This March?
This March.
Damn.
February, March was when I started actually doing music. So in terms of goals-wise, music-wise, from February to March, really I was just trying to get out there, you know, maybe do a couple of videos. I wasn't really thinking too far ahead. But fast forward now, if anything, I have a lot of more goals for next year. Probably, you know, a lot more music with the music clips.
Yes, sir.
Videos, even more shows. I've done 2 shows this year so far with DFG in them. So yeah, really, this year I think I did surpass a lot of the expectations I did have, even though I didn't have many. But next year I have a lot more, you know, in set and plan to get ready in motion, if anything.
Now that you have an idea of like kind of how the music, you know what I'm saying? I know you just said you just started. Yeah. You had your first 2 shows and stuff. What I want to ask you is, what was that feeling like having your first show? Like,
first show?
Like nervous? You hype about? Man. Obviously, you're hype about.
Oh yeah, of course I was hyped.
The nervousness. Like before you get into that, how does getting a first show like
work out? Kind of.
How does that work? Do you DM someone? Do they DM you?
There's a lot that's been going on. So I'm part of DFG, Destined for Greatness music group, which involves me, Kinnan, and Young Amore. So the way we kind of got our first show, I think Young Amore knew a dude. Can't remember his name off the top right now, but he hit him up. He works at the spot called 9910 DJs there, and he knew the guy who obviously runs that spot. So kind of through those connections, that's kind of how we started setting up our first show. And ever since then, man, the rest is history. We're able to get good connections. Yeah, we're able to, you know, now rely on that specific spot to get probably more shows and all that. So that's kind of how it went down, really. It was through the DJ that runs stuff there and the owner there.
Okay. Now, how does the money making work? Do you profit?
You trying to talk numbers in there? You trying to talk numbers?
Come on now. If you could get into it, you know what I'm saying.
Well, I can't really speak too much about the numbers per se, but basically, if a basic 101, there's gonna be ticket sales, right? Obviously, tickets that you do sell. Maybe even splitting up some of the funds you can get from the event itself, whether that's merch or I don't know, drink sales or whatever the case may be. Those are like the basics revenue, you know, I guess sources you could say from those ones. But that's all I could really say about what money you can possibly get from those shows.
Okay.
Se, yeah.
Now another thing I want to ask you is when I went to your show, there was a shorty at the front standing up on the speaker,
you gonna hear that?
this and that. Well, what do you know her? What was going on?
Actually, listen.
What was going on?
What is the story about that? I don't even know her name. But I do know her. She does work at my spot where I work at. So apparently she pulled up with her friends. Then she came with her man as well. Man, she was just feeling the vibe. Nigga, you saw that shit, bro. You were just feeling the vibe. You saw what the music was doing to the people.
Of course.
And she caught a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, she got on stage. We had to obviously deal with that. But no, I do know her. She goes to my workplace. So it's love.
Oh, you know her personally?
She's a coworker. I started actually getting to know her personally after the show because now I'm like, yo, this girl works with us. And I found out later that she works at my spot. So obviously from the show till now, you know, we're cool. It's all love. She apologized and all that. But before that, bro, I had no idea who that girl was. No cap. I'm not going to front with you. But, you know, I'm not going to hate that she was loving the vibe.
Of course. Because one of the niggas that I rolled with and pulled up with, he was like, yo, I think Shorty's embarrassed. I'm like, where's Shorty?
Who'd you come with?
I came with Tapp Boy.
Yeah.
I don't know if the nigga Mahawi.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to say his.
Oh, of course.
You know, I don't know what he goes by, but Tapp Boy, Mahawi.
Yeah.
and Tall Boy's sister.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then the nigga was like, yo, I think she's embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. I'm like, nigga, hell yeah, she's embarrassed. She was dancing in front of everybody. And obviously, you didn't push her off, but like, you was giving her the vibe. Like,
I was just telling her, you need to get off the stage and all that.
But what was like for your first show, or was that your second one?
That was my second one that you pulled up to.
What was the love like? What was that like?
For the second? Or?
The second one. Or the appreciation. What was the energy like in the crowd?
Definitely a lot more engagement. I'm sure you saw this. You were in the crowd, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't come to the first show, but the second show, there was a lot more crowd engagement, I feel like. A lot of people were reciting more lyrics to the songs we were throwing out. Obviously, a lot more dancing. People came in costumes, too. We had that costume giveaway, the $500 giveaway. Mm-hmm. So that had people a lot more interested in, obviously the event and that. So definitely a lot more positive energy, a lot more feedback, a lot more, I guess, engagement again. I guess that's what DFG is doing right now, you know what I'm saying? So the first show was good. But you can definitely see a difference from the first and second, 100%.
Like you said, yeah, I didn't get a chance to make it to the first one, but the second one, the thing I could say I really like is how, like what you just said, you actually engage with the crowd. Yeah. Like you talk, this nigga's actually live and direct with the crowd. Direct, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But another thing I want to ask you, the costume picking thing. Do you really think that girl deserved that 500? Because like there was others. The shorty I think that should have won was the one that had the 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, Dalmatians. You know what's funny? Both those girls used to work with. One currently works with us. Other one used to work with us. But we told the girl wearing the 101 Dalmatian outfit, whatever. Deep down, we knew she was supposed to win that. Obviously, everybody knew she was supposed to win that. Mm-hmm. But based off the crowd, because remember, if you was there when we were asking people who should win the costume, we were letting the crowd choose. We were letting the crowd cheer. Yeah. For some reason, people were cheering the loudest for the last girl. So it's not like we're going to tell everybody to fuck off and not give it the 500. It just looked like it's some sort of propaganda setup thing. So we had to give it the 500, obviously go by the crowd. But we all knew 101 Dalmatians lady should have got that 500.
Okay.
You know this.
Between your first show and your second show, was there any crazy difference, or did you feel like the energy was just the same?
In terms of like crowd,
just like the crowd, how you felt, how the people you came with felt. You know
I think I wouldn't say it was a crazy difference. Excuse me. I wouldn't say it was a crazy difference, but again, you could tell the difference in energy, right? A lot of people were a lot more engaged. Credit, the hard work that we put in to invite all the people and probably the locals that were there, and also the event, the 500 giveaway we did. But yeah, the energy was a lot more. I could really say it was kind of generally the same, but the engagement was a lot more, up there.
Okay. So, now, how did your love for music come to effect? Was it from the homies? Was it something since you was a little kid?
Yeah, growing up, man. I grew up in a church family, right? So we was always at church Saturday, Sunday, choir involved. I think I have 3 brothers, 2 sisters. All of them were either leading the choir, dancing, blah, blah, blah. So I always had music around me, you could say that. But for me to kind of like really get on the mic, it was probably this year what inspired me. 1, because I needed to find a new hobby during COVID. 2, one of my boys actually had me hop on a mic, so I had to kind of like see what was going on there, have fun with it. And after seeing kind of like how the first 2 songs went, little 2 practice songs like that, I was like, yo, let me see if I can try to do a serious song with this.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not sure if you know, but the first serious song I tried doing was Decisions. And that was the first song I ever dropped, so.
And that started doing numbers.
It started doing numbers, 100%, man. I had the video, I'm sure you know the song. People obviously were chanting that shit at the show. You know what I mean?
And that's a nice feeling.
Basically, family, I feel like I'm family inspired with that. And I've always loved music. Obviously, I'm a fan, you know this. I have a few artists I like. So yeah, I kind of have those inspirations that kind of inspired me to get onto the mic this year.
Did COVID play an effect into what you do right now? Like, do you feel like you are where you are right now because of COVID?
I wouldn't say because of it, but I would say like it's kind of like I'll put it to you this way. I've always wanted to do music, right? I was kind of already walking to the edge of the cliff. COVID kind of pushed me off that cliff to kind of make like why not kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say it was because of it, but I think it definitely played a part. Definitely kind of motivated me to kind of do something, pick up a hobby, or
Because the thing is with COVID is like before that. A lot of people had a busy schedule, was doing this, doing that. Yeah. But once COVID hit,
everything stopped.
Everything like just slowed down, and niggas are like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what is there to do now? Yeah. And that's when people started finding like a second, like another hobby. Yep. You know? Yep. So for me, at least, you know what I'm saying? I like to say to people, COVID could be like a blessing in disguise.
100%.
Low key.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
I definitely agree with you. That like again, I'm here right now because of my love for the music and because I was doing nothing else 8 months ago. Niggas was in the crib doing what 2K and working out. I was like, yeah, I might as well get on this damn mic. You know, God telling me to do it, so I did it.
Okay.
So I can say that.
What I know you're still just beginning your music career and stuff, but like the very beginning, what was the starting point like? Is there people in your corner back then that said, let's do this, but when the time actually came, they went left, you went right. You know what I'm saying?
I was kind of doing it kind of on my ones, really. I kind of kept the lows for a bit, so I wouldn't say there was too many people around my corner. Maybe 1-2 people, but I definitely had a group of dogs. Top Boy was one of them. Guys around, friends that I knew who did music, who I would maybe send some of my snippets to or whatever the case may be. And obviously they say their 1-2 words. I trust their, the judgment on that. And that kind of helped me get some more faith in myself, really. But I was doing it all by myself, bro. I was just making songs for fun, enjoying the art, doing me. And then when I let it out there, I was kind of like, whatever happens, happens.
Okay.
That's kind of how it went down.
What would you like to see this whole music thing be in like 3-4 years?
3-4 years, hey? Well, hopefully COVID ain't a thing by then, but...
Nigga, come on, don't say that.
God forbid COVID is still, lurking, but even if so, 3-4 years from now, I definitely see myself at a different spot. My team works hard, DFG, we really get down to the knit and grits in terms of like, the art. We always working, beats on deck, songs on deck.
Yes, sir.
So by this time, 3 years from now, really, I don't even see myself really in the city, hopefully, man. I'm trying to get out of here.
You trying to leave E-Town?
Hey, I've been here too long. Nigga, it's cold here. Nigga, it's
the
cold
here. Is not normal. It's not normal.
Don't get me wrong. Look, the cold can inspire some tracks in there, but definitely see myself somewhere warmer, man. We're trying to do it somewhere else different. And
you got any places in mind?
That's a good question. I was thinking about BC maybe.
Oh, you still gonna stay in Canada?
I do have family in BC and some connects there. I have some family in Ontario too. I did live half my life in Hamilton, so I have some dogs there. But if anything, man, shit. If I was to go to the States, I don't even know. I have family in Texas. That's where I was born, so maybe.
You were born in Texas?
I was born in Dallas, yeah. So maybe I go back, but even though that's far reach, but more so probably BC or probably Ontario.
Okay.
Probably.
You think if you end up moving to any of these spots, it's gonna change the way you flow, the way you listen to music?
I'm very open-minded, so honestly, if I did move to a spot, I do expect different sounds, different vibes. I'm cool with hearing different sounds to help me inspire new shit to my game. I do love how I sound right now. I am new to this, right? But again, if I do move to a different spot and I'm hearing different sounds or vibes, energies, I'm not gonna deny that. So we'll see. Really, I can't really say yes or no, but I'm an open-minded nigga, so.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
If I was to ask you what type of artist you are, what would you say?
What you mean by that? You mean
like
kinda...
let me put it like this. There's R&B, there's rap, there's this. Cause when I ask that, a lot of people don't like to say, "Oh, I sound like Young Boy." Everybody wants to say I sound like me. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to ask is like, are you more on the metaphor side? Are you more on the you just flow with the beat? Like how Cardi. I'm not saying you do like Cardi, but how Cardi just makes noise to the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's guys like J. Cole that just nothing but metaphors tells a story.
Bars and all that.
What type of where do you think you at with all that?
I'm very melodic with my shit. I do like playing around with notes, giving people short notes, long notes. Pause with that. But I'm very melodic, but I also pride myself in kind of like telling my story too. So
yes, sir.
There's gonna be a few songs where you can hear a couple bars here and there, maybe a few metaphors, not too much. But there's also some songs where maybe I'm just giving people vibes, making sure I'm setting tones with my notes and all that. So I'm kind of between the melodic rapper mix, you could say. Yeah.
Now, if I was to ask you, what does your team look like? Would you be able to tell me?
In what sense? Like artist-wise? Or?
Artist-wise. Or is it just a few guys in the clique?
So you have me, the melodic rapper, give you melodies, a couple bars. Then you got Younger Mo. Younger Mo is he's a very interesting artist. He's talented, man. He can give you 82 bars straight, no breath.
Damn.
Or he can come at you with a couple, the softer, laid-back tracks that you could probably run for a long time. It's kind of like timeless tracks that he kind of makes. One of those, it's kind of that artist. So Younger Mo, very talented rapper. We have Kenan, he's our producer. Boy's been making beats from God knows when. I kind of just met him. We do work together, but we started getting into music kind of like this year. But from the beats he's been showing me or that we've been working on, bro, he's been doing this from like
hot minute.
And you can tell the experience, you can tell the difference. So he's our producer. That's kind of our team right now, just us three.
Okay.
So again, the DFG Worldwide is where we at.
Yes,
in case
sir.
any of y'all curious. Obviously, check us out. We got dynamics in that group, man. We have vibes. 100p.
Okay. Do y'all have like your own personal studio you go to right now, or is everything like in a basement?
We do have our main studio, I guess you could say, which is gonna be at DFG headquarters. That's what I like to call it. But again, we do also have each our own equipment, so we kind of do things our own. But we do have a headquarters where we kind of all come through and collect and do our thing. So.
Okay, and that's usually like that's the link up spot.
That's the link up spot
where all the great minds come together, think alike. Yeah. Okay, when are the DFG chains coming in?
Oh, you want a DFG chain?
Come on now. when the chains come in, the merch.
DFG chains are exclusive to us for now, but merch is coming soon, so you better be on the look for that. There's gonna be Kenan merch. You're gonna have Younger More merch. My shit's coming soon, but jewelry and that for now is gonna be exclusive to me. Nigga, so you probably have to at least catch me on off guard at the club or something with my DFG chain.
Okay. What's next for DFG?
DFG trying to go worldwide, man. So obviously we got the music platforms that y'all seeing right now. We got videos on deck. We're trying to expand more to not just obviously the music side, but entertainment. Want to cover. We could cover artists. We could cover athletes. Whoever the case, we're not really holding back from art. DFG is trying to expand. So that's kind of what's next for us. So obviously, we got the music game down. The city's hearing us, you know what I'm saying? But DFG's trying to expand it. So for anybody who's out there who thinks that they can, contribute to whatever, feel free to run it up. Hit us up, do your thing.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now let's talk about the future. Now let's say 7 years go by. You at exactly where you want to be. Yep. You know what I'm saying? How do you plan on giving back to E-Town?
Yo, nigga, you asked that question. I'm going to ask, hold up. If you, hypothetical question, if you got your bread right now, let's just say you're at the lottery, right?
Okay.
You're from, where are you from? You grew up in Miami? Where did you grow up from?
Florida,
Florida, right? Yeah. You came to E-Town when? What, like 20, I don't even know when you came to E-Town.
I came 2012.
2012, right?
Yeah.
If you got your bread right now and you had the option to give back to a community, which community are you giving back to?
Like between there or here?
Between there and here. Here, right?
Here.
Why is that?
Because, like, I know more here. I know more people. I mean, I know a decent amount of people over there, but like, here's just where I really feel like I've grown.
Your critical years
is here. Because I feel like E-Town is a place where you could drop me off anywhere in the city, and I just know where all I do is a 360. I could tell you what street, what everything I'm on.
100p.
I don't know how I'd give back, but I feel like you always got to start off with the young ones. You know what I'm saying? Just work your way up.
Yeah.
But me, to answer your question, here,
right?
I got to start off
here.
Yeah,
well, that's kind of what was going through my head because I was kind of confused. Like, obviously, I have family at home, right, where I'm from Hamilton, right? But if I was to make it, do my thing, get my bread up, I think I'd probably start here, if anything, in terms of giving back to the community. Obviously, FX, that's where I pooped at, right? So I was able to build kind of like a family base there. I'd probably be giving that back to some of those people there, obviously, I'm open-minded, really. But probably E-Town would probably be my answer. Right?
Okay. So after that, so you already said what you got going on, what's next. Is there any music videos on the way, anything like that, or everything's on a hush-hush?
Definitely a video coming up from my world, but everything else might be on hush-hush. You might have to stay tuned for that one. I know you've been watching some of my socials, so I try to keep my best to keep on socials, but and for any updates for all that, you have to kind of watch me on my socials, really.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, that's all I really got to ask. The way I like to end things off, is there anything you want to ask me? You know what I'm saying?
I've been seeing you working, my nigga, you know what I'm saying, with this podcast thing. What is episode?
70.
Got like 70. You're 70 now?
70. This is literally going to be the 70th.
This is the 70th one.
And I got someone else coming in later today, so 71.
Different.
Come on now.
So we see you working, man. Really, I was going to ask you a similar question, like, I know you're involved with a lot of niggas in the community, JP niggas. I'm sure you met a lot of people through this. Where do you see yourself 4 years from now doing,
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
with this, me, I don't think it's too far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? With something like this, I feel like I want to get E-Town's name out there.
100%.
So, boom, let's say I'm on, Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you know the 85 South show. You know what I'm saying? Charlemagne the God and the whole crew of 85 South Show, Chico Bean, Carlos Miller, and DC Young Fly. Them niggas are the niggas I want to be able to be in the same room with and just interview them. And let's say I'm talking to them. You know what I'm saying? I just want to. I wanna tell them about our city, what's going on here. Because when you talk to U.S. niggas about Canada, all they know is Vancouver and Toronto. That's all they know. And I want to shed light on E-Town. Right now, Friday and Alfonso's doing their thing, but I don't want E-Town to be based on just them two niggas.
No offense, but
obviously.
No offense.
No offense. They working hard, but there's niggas, we're hungrier because I'm not gonna. He's made it, but like obviously he still has way more. The nigga's 20. You know what I'm saying? The nigga got way 20. More. The nigga got so much more shit to do. But like, since for us, we haven't really made it yet, so we're even hungrier 100%. Than them niggas. So with this, it's just my way of like showing other places. Come on now, E-Town got something going on too. It's not just the minus 48 weather. So you know what I'm saying?
It's clear that you can see the talent that's going on in the city. I'm sure you've met a lot coming through the crib. What are you seeing music-wise in the industry right now, man?
I'm going to tell you right now, by mid-2023, I say 23, it's going to be, E-Town's going to be a topic. When you're talking
Speaking music into existence, my brother.
When you're talking music, because you know right now, New York got that New York drill. UK has UK drill. Florida, when you think of Florida, they have their own gold teeth, wick. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. I don't know what E-Town's gonna have, but we're gonna have our own thing sooner or later. 100%. Because right now, you know, I've been fortunate enough to talk to niggas like you, Retro, Top Boy, a whole bunch of niggas. And the thing that I like is, y'all are all doing music, but you're all doing music differently. You have your way. He got this way. She got that way. And I just love how versatile everybody is.
There's one thing about the city too. There's a lot of versatility. Like it's not. I mean, of course, you know, there's gonna be places that have a similar sound, but this city has versatility. You got singers. You got rappers. You got melodic rappers. You got and it's not everything under the same roof.
It's not even just artists. It's producers. It's people that make clothes. Food, just everything. There's so much shit going, and for someone to say E-Town has no talent, E-Town got nothing going on, you just being ignorant. Hating, man. You know what I'm saying? But with this, and I like that you asked me that because I don't know if you know, but the drummer for 85 South Show, I'm interviewing him on Thursday. I swear to God. But the thing is, it sucks because it can't be face to face, but it's on FaceTime. So I got to work with what I got. You want to know what's crazy? I was talking to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? As we was talking, he's like, "Where you from?" I said, I'm from Florida, but right now I live in Canada. Canada? You don't sound like Drake.
Dead.
Nigga, what is Drake?
What does that mean?
You know, I know what the nigga's saying, like just Toronto slang and shit. I feel you. But it's like, when he said you sound,
that's the image of all Canadians. You know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you something, bro. I cannot lie to you. He was like, "Where you from?" Toronto. He just named the places he knows. He says Toronto, Vancouver. I don't know how this nigga knows Winnipeg. He said Winnipeg. I'm like, "Nah, I'm from a spot called Edmonton." The nigga looked in the camera. What the fuck is in Edmonton? What's in Edmonton? I'm like, bro, Edmonton.
You see this, Marlo? You see this?
You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know about here, but it's just like, you can't really blame him. Like, the nigga just don't know.
I guess, yeah.
The best way, the thing I told him is, we're right above Minnesota. Y'all are above Minnesota? I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh, I thought it was just snow. I'm like, nigga. You know? But the thing is, what I like about that, cool. You don't know about this place yet. You gonna know about it eventually. You know what I mean? The day's gonna come. It's gonna be like, let's say you hear, oh, this artist. Oh, isn't he from Alberta, Edmonton? You know what I'm saying? The name's gonna start buzzing soon. But the music industry in E-Town is gonna be crazy.
You know, I kind of like that aspect of being an underdog too. You know what I'm saying? So as much as we are trying to put that city on, really, I feel like all this work is coming because we all have something to prove for the city. That's probably why all this music's coming out. All these, you know, clothes and things you just mentioned, because we all have that underdog make it our mentality right now. So I kind of like that aspect of it, obviously. But
it kind of sucks because I get where niggas say E-Town is not the best starting point because it's hard to get light shed on you. But it's good. I find that better because when you do make it, you have more of a story to tell.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Your story is just more like, yo, I want to hear this guy's story. He's from a spot I'd never heard of. His story got to be different from the others. 100%. Because think about it. If me and you blew up and we from New York, our story would probably be, or from the Bronx, or from the hood, from this. Now when niggas hear about a spot they never heard of, they're like, okay, as they listen to your story, they search up E-Town. Like, what is there to do here in Edmonton? You know what I'm saying? It's just different. You know, I like being from a place where nobody knows about. So when we blow up, like niggas gonna start doing research.
That's the mentality we all need to have, man. I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But let the people know where they could find you, bro.
Man, you know what it is. Munashe Instagram handle should be _Munashe with 2 E's at the end. You can follow that. Twitter handle _MMT10. You know what it is, man. Those are the only 2 social medias I mainly use. You get my TikTok if you want. There's not much on there, but you can follow that too. Get the followers up.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what it is, man.
It's your boy Money Making Marlo.
Yes, sir. Mr. Munashe.
And I'm out.